And welcome back. Well, did you know that the most common reason people are hurt at work is because of a slip, a trip, or a fall? Well, those incidents and accidents are also the top cause of all workers' comp claims. June is National Safety Month, so this is a good time for us to chat with our next guest. We've got Mike Bertling, an attorney with McLario, Helm, Bertling, and Spiegel law offices, and he's going to tell us more. Good morning to you, Mike.
Well, good morning, Tiffany.
Thanks for joining me. So June, it's a big month for all that safety stuff. And I know it really focuses on unintentional accidents and deaths and things like that at work. So what are actually some common types of workplace injuries that you often see from people?
Yeah, I've been doing workers' compensation law for decades, and you touched on one. The most typical injury incident is slip and falling at work. That happens a lot, and it can happen on any workplace or at any workplace. Other injuries, obviously involve lifting, people who have heavy lifting jobs. There's poor lighting can cause injuries and accidents, and dehydration can too. I know it's getting hot right now, and people have to be careful about that. And also, some people overlook and don't think about the mental stresses that come with jobs. Mental stress can also cause disabilities and disabling problems. So it's these kind of things that a person needs to watch out for and pay attention to. And if it happens, it's important to protect yourself.
Absolutely. I think those are great examples, and someone might hear themselves in that example as well. But a lot of people are going to say, well, I've been working from home for a while. So is there something that someone may maybe overlook because they've been at home?
Yeah, I think what it is people are not only returning to work from working at home, but a lot of people are changing jobs now. There's a big migration from job to job as people are heading back into the workplace. And statistics will show that injuries can occur at a new workplace for a person frequently because of, obviously you're not used to the environment, you're not used to the procedures, there's other people around moving around doing their things. So I guess, we have to be particularly careful in this setting now when there's returning to work or going into a new workplace.
What kind of, I guess, advice do you have so that maybe preemptively, so that incidents and accidents don't happen? Because I think, people do, they feel like it's their fault sometimes.
Yeah, and really, fault has nothing to do with workers' compensation in Wisconsin. Whether or not an injury is a person's fault or not doesn't make a difference. That person still has a claim. And it really is up to the employer to provide a safe workplace. I mean, it's their obligation to provide their employees with protective equipment, whether it be eyewear or hearing protection, helmets, make certain that the machines are properly guarded, provide properly trained individuals to work on the equipment, and to make certain that all the right equipment is available for the employee so the employee can stay safe.
If something happens, what should someone do? Because they might think, they might have questions. Do I actually qualify? Is this enough? Should I even say anything?
Yeah, my advice to people over the years remains the same. I've seen too many cases where the natural inclination for an employee is to, well, I hurt myself, but it'll get better. I'm just not going to say anything,
Right.
and I think it'll go away because they don't want to start something. But that's dangerous because if you don't say something right away and report it, then that can be used against you later if it doesn't go away. So I would recommend you immediately report the injury to your superiors. And also, I think an important thing is you might want to consider seeing a lawyer sooner rather than later. Wisconsin's got an interesting system where you don't pay a lawyer ever in workers' comp unless that lawyer goes out and gets you some benefits you wouldn't already get, meaning there has to be a dispute. You can hire a lawyer, and in fact, a lot of my clients hire me to kind of give them advice and to stay in the background, not become known, just give them legal advice while they go through the process. And if there's no dispute and the workers' compensation carrier pays what they should pay, there's no fee. And I just fold up my file and everything is done. So there's really no reason not to go to a lawyer. But you have that lawyer there in case there is a dispute, then you can get the advice you need to protect yourself. So there's really no reason why you shouldn't consult with a lawyer as soon as you possibly can.
Well, I love that you said that because a lot of people think, oh, there's going to be a retainer, or I've got to pay them just to talk to them. So to know that there is no
Oh.
fee, and especially unless, you get the workman's comp or you kind of win the case, I guess, for lack of a better way to say it.
Right.
It seems like that's a safe space for someone when they're worried about their paycheck, because that's what happens when you're injured, right? You're worried about your paycheck. Am I going to be able to continue
Right.
working or afford my bills? So you do free consultations, right? People can sit down with you and talk about this.
Oh yeah, I mean, I do them all the time. And again, I mean, it never ever costs the employee anything. They never bring up money out of their pocket to pay me for anything. It always comes from, if there's a dispute, a fight, and they're denying the claim, I go out and get you some benefits. Then there's a fee based on those benefits, but it's not out of your pocket.
Love that. Good to see you, Mike. Thanks for joining us today.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. McLario is offering those free consultations. As he said, nothing comes out of your pocket ever. If you want to see if your workman's comp case qualifies, just call Mike. It's 262-251-4210 or visit online at mclario.com.